It was 2019 and I was living completely by myself in London. My family had just moved to the US, so I was by myself, and as always, I had just lost my entire monthly pay packet on gambling. Now, on this occasion, I thought I'd look into payday loans. I hadn't used them before, I hadn't even looked into them before. All I knew was that I needed to survive the rest of the month, and that was a way to get by. And I was applying for loan after loan and being rejected because I didn't have any kind of credit history. And I finally found one that was about 1,200% APR, which is obscene. It means that you're paying back way, way more than what you're borrowing, and that alone shouldn't be legal. Those kind of interest rates are crazy. They're preying on desperate people, and I was a desperate person. So I took out the loan, and I took out about £500, and within an hour of it hitting my account, I'd lost the whole lot. That money wasn't meant to be gambled, that was meant to be how I survived the rest of the month, and I went straight away and I gambled it because I thought, well, I can pay it back immediately if I win this bet and still survive the rest of this month. But I didn't win, of course I didn't. So I went onto a different site and I managed to find another payday loan which was about the same interest rate, and they gave me £400, and again I lost it instantly. And suddenly I was panicking and I was thinking, what on earth am I going to do to survive the rest of the month? How am I even going to pay these loans back? I didn't even have the minimum payment at the end of the month for either of these loans. So in this moment, the reason I got the payday loan was because I didn't want to tell family. I was too ashamed. I didn't want to let them know that I was still gambling. Now, I was absolutely terrified of going to my mum and telling her what I'd done. Not just because of the loans and the fact that I needed help financially, but because I was gambling and she had no idea. She thought I'd been clean for a long, long time. And I had to G myself up, and I was thinking of all kinds of lies that I could tell her to get away with it, to make her less mad. So I got on FaceTime with her and I completely broke down in front of her, and I was completely honest with her, and I told her everything. I told her I've been gambling for the last couple of months, although it was much more than that. I tried to limit the damage, and I was just waiting for her to get angry with me and to be so mad at me, but she didn't. She was so gentle with me. She was so calm, so loving. And in that moment, I felt that unconditional love that only a parent can give to their child. She only wanted what's best for me. And she was so disappointed. She was upset, but she wasn't angry. She was just upset that I was in this situation, that my head was in this place. I look back on those times and I always remembered thinking how scared I was to go to my mum or to my dad or to anyone and tell them, because I was terrified that they would be angry. But I never got anger. I got this incredible unconditional love, and I'm so grateful for that. I would argue that that unconditional love has turned me into who I am today. It's made me build that steel and give that love to other people who need that help. So I see both sides, but I'm incredibly grateful for it, and I just wanted to come on here and tell that story.